I know you're somewhere, somewhere. I'm trapped in.
Greetings, everyone. Today we're doing a Monsta X reading. This is the Lines and Tarot. Thank you for clicking on my video today. So we're going to be going through a Monsta X career reading for the months July, well, this current month, July, August, and September. Um, I've already drawn the cards, so I'm basically just going to go over them and we're going to go through what was pulled and what came out for them. So far, the overall feeling and energy for this is everything is like a double-edged sword. It's like you win and you lose at the same time. Um, okay, so let's get started with we have the planet, we have the astrological sign, and we have the third house. So the planet for them is Pluto, and the sign that they have is Libra, and this is all. We also have the third house. So the advice for them overall for the 3 months, it says the first line says the need for control of cooperation to perfect your ideas. So it's like the overall energy for Monster X within the next 3 months is kind of needing to be able to have freedom and control over their own work and their own ideas. So that's music and lyrics and all of that thing, all of creative freedom, basically. So the overall theme for the next 3 months is them being able to have their own creative freedom. The next line says an obsession with decisions about short-term thinking and trips. Okay, so what I feel like is for them overall things may be spiraling a bit out of control, especially with the Libra here, and it's kind of like the scales outweighing the good and the bad, or and I feel like they're going to be really hell bent on making certain decisions, but I don't think they're going to have enough time to really think about what they're trying to do. um so I just feel like they're going to see things kind of spiraling out of control, and there are going to be a lot of quick decisions that they're going to try to make, and that's not necessarily good for them. Last line says a power struggle resulting from the fairness shown by who or what is around you. Okay, so there is definitely this power struggle. And some of this stuff actually comes up in the Ju-on reading that may or may not be released before this. Um, so you can see where the similarities will be. But there's definitely going to be a power struggle for Monsta X within the next 3 months, and generally within their company and other companies that they've signed with. Um, it's definitely how it says resulting from fairness, of course, possibly money and financials. Uh, they're really concerned about the people who are making these decisions for them, and the road that their company wants them to take, the road that they want them to go down. So that's basically the overall message for the 3 months combined. So let's move on. For the month of put my arm in the camera. The month of July, this month, the overall card for them was the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, and it says, trust whatever the universe has for me. So this is the overall energy. The stone is green, adventurine. Okay. What also seemed to come up was the Ten of Cups and the King of Cups. So the King of Cups says, I am my own anchor. And the Ten of Cups says, I have all I wish for in my relationships. Again, this kind of goes side and side with the reading that I did about Ju-on, because I feel like the King of Cups here is Ju-on. And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune for the month of July, it's almost like they're trying to make the best out of what they have going on. Um, and I feel like the King of Cups, or Ju-on possibly, is the one trying to pretend that things are better than he thinks they actually are. Um, Death Will Come comes out, mortal, finite, fragile. I feel like the end to that is coming soon. The end to that pretending. Um, this card wasn't supposed. It's actually this card that was supposed to be next. Bright new prospects are on the horizon, but then death will come. So it's like they're new projects because this is serendipity. And with these cards, it's kind of talking about a sort of almost like a farce. Like they're trying to pretend that they're happier than they are. Or Juon may also be pretending that he's happier than they are because they have new projects that are coming out for them and their new opportunities. Sorry, dropped the card. Right? But Death Will Come is saying that there's going to be an end to that. There is definitely going to be an end to that. It's not going to be all that it cracked up to be. Okay. So this kind of confirms it because it's just like the world is, completion of a cycle. And then we have Two of Wands. Two of Wands to me in this situation is telling me that they don't have a choice in a business decision coming up. Like there's something that they're going to have no real say in. Okay, when it comes to business, Ten of Pentacles is in reverse, so it's kind of like going to be a business decision that they think or the company thinks is going to make them a lot of money that may end up backfiring, or if it does work, it does not benefit the members. So that's kind of what's going on in July. Like I said, everything kind of the overall theme is like a double-edged sword, six of one, half a dozen. You have new opportunities. You have uh, for the beginning half things that you think are going to go well. So it's like, oh, we have all these new job offers, we have all these new contracts coming in, we have all of these people wanting us to promote this. But then when you realize you don't have any control over these opportunities, and you don't have a say, that's when it all kind of starts to go downhill for Monsta X. Okay, so let's move on to the next month. So July, August. Okay, so the overall energy for August is Three of Cups, and the stone is aquamarine. I embrace joyful opportunities. Okay, so I'm sorry. Yeah, by August, there's still going to be some opportunities that they're going to be celebrating, but once again, it's a little bit repetitive, but it says the same thing. The monster within comes out: internal struggle, personal challenges, and wanting to improve. Okay. So there is going to be a struggle within the group. There is going to be members who either feel inadequate or left behind. There is going to be internal struggles within the company. Almost even with the monster within, it kind of makes me feel like eventually they're going to realize possibly how money hungry the company is, or how the company will make decisions more based off of money and not realizing or thinking about the long run. Religion, canon rules or commandments. So again, like things are going to get harder for them, stricter for them, more complicated for them. I feel like they're not going to have a lot. They're going to lose freedom gradually. Okay. The Raven, it says darkness looms in the horizon. So it's like it's like the surface level is, hey, we're happy, we've got all of these new opportunities, this is still going on, the same thing is repeated within the next month. But it's like then they're realizing by the second month, August, they're realizing how much it's really, the company is kind of going downhill or selling them short. Okay. More cards from this came out. It says, the Harley Quinn. It says the true feelings are masked, so they're not going to show. They're not going to show, at least not yet. Not through the first half of August, how much they're going through. Okay, we have the Golem. A close friend acts on your behalf. I kind of, sorry for my nails, I just got the other ones removed, but I kind of feel like this is probably going to be one of those situations like a while ago at Monsta X where Wonho spoke out on behalf of the members, and talking about that company, SM, them stealing their choreography and everything. I feel like we're going to have another situation like that. Like one of the members is going to say something um, on behalf of the entire group so that they don't have to sit there and pretend to be quiet. Um, Let me just. It's the Five of Swords in reverse is again, it's talking about willingness to take on opportunities that they don't want to. Like they're forced to take and do things that they really don't want to. Okay. So that's what the Five of Swords in reverse is talking about. Okay. Seven of Swords was actually in reverse. Okay. And so basically, Seven of Swords is exactly what I was talking about with the golem, with the friend. That I feel like somebody is going to come out and say something. The Seven of Swords is somebody exposing a dishonest person or exposing dishonesty. Prince of Pentacles is here, just basically, it's kind of piggybacking off of Five of Swords in reverse. Like they're still going to try to push through what they're going through and try to sort of change things for the better just so they can keep moving and keep promoting and not really have to stop traffic but at the same time make you aware of what they're going through, if that makes sense. So it doesn't look like this year is going to be great for Monsta X, at least for the next few months is going to be great for Monsta X internally. The Seven of Swords comes out again. So Seven of Swords is the overall energy for September. And it says, I take great care of what I value. And so to me, the overall, the stone for that is Sulglite, if I'm saying that correctly. So for those of you who like stones and, want to use stones to help Monsta X out, crystals to help Monsta X out, go right on ahead. But yeah, I take great value. Kind of makes me think, take great care of what I value. It kind of makes me think of them wanting to protect who they are and who they've worked to be. So by September, and I feel like the end of September, they're gonna be wanting to protect them as Monsta X and as well as their fan base. Let's see. And the Serpent comes out to say a sly and subtle approach is needed. We also have all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. And number 8, it says, do not drink poison. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. Okay. So what I get from these 3 cards is just basically I'm going to start with all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. I think that's exactly what's going to be going on. It's kind of like they know that they're knowing that they're going through a lot within the company and dealing with other companies, but they want to please everybody. They want to let the injustice be known that they're not getting paid enough or they're not being treated well enough, but they also don't want to break those deals and they don't want the fan base to worry, and they don't want their own company to feel like they're ungrateful. So it's a mixture of things, and they're going to be trying to kind of please everybody. Okay. So let's rearrange this. They're going to start by trying to please everyone. So the advice is don't drink poison. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. So this coming right after it, it is saying just that. Like you can't please everyone. You can't please everyone. And if they're going to come out and, say something or speak on behalf of their own treatment that they may be facing within these few months, then the Serpent says do things like be slick about it, be subtle about it, because they may not want to start a huge controversy. So if it's something like maybe a member will say something sarcastically, put some Hyung Won sarcasm in there or something like that, or maybe some Wonho shade, something like that would be a bit better for them, a better approach for them than to just outright just come through and be like, hey, we're not getting paid, or we're not getting paid enough, we're being disrespected, we're working too hard, they've stretched us thin. They're like, it's better to sort of have a slower and sort of snaky like approach to helping themselves. The tarot for the month of September for them, I cannot remember if this was okay. So we have Judgment, Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands in reverse, Temperance in reverse, and Eight of Swords. So this is a bit scary now because Judgment and Queen of Swords. So it could be, I don't know if it would be the public, criticizing the company, or it could be the public, not the public, or it could be the group wanting to cut ties. And I don't know if this would be with their company or another company. We also have Ten of Wands in reverse. Like they're trying to relieve some of they're like, we have to cut something. Like something has to go. Something has to go by the end of September. Something has to go because it's too much. And it's like they need to let it go. They need to let it go. It's too much. It's throwing them off. But they don't know how to go about it, and they're anxious, and they're like panicking, and they're like, what do we do? How do we go about telling them something needs to go? So I don't know what they're going to cut off in September, if they cut off or end a deal, if they cut somebody else off. I don't know what, but it seems like there may be something that they may possibly cancel in the month of September, which could cause judgment upon them, or it could be judgment upon the company. But either way, somebody's going to be in the spotlight come September. Queen of Swords is here, so it could be a woman who has something to do with them. I don't know. But I do feel like there's going to be something that they're definitely going to have to let go by the month of September. Possibly by the end. I don't know. But it's definitely something that they're going to have to cut off because they're doing too much. And they're taking on way too much. And that's all I have, guys. If you've watched this reading, watch the Juon reading as well if you're interested in Monsta X, and, see where there are sort of similarities. I've done this, of course, after the Juon reading, so there's some things that are kind of coming to my mind. I'll probably have to watch my own video myself to see what all similarities do come up. But until next time, remember, you can follow me on Tumblr at The Lines and Tarot. You can follow me on Twitter at The Lines and Tarot. Make any suggestions, interact with me however you want. And email me at thelinesandtarot@yahoo.com if you would like to purchase your own personal tarot reading or purchase a reading for your favorite celebrity, group, or idol. And until next time, bye.